Can you imagine one of your friends or family members getting in a car wreck because they were texting and driving? Now think of one person in your life that means a lot to you. Keep that person in mind while I present my speech so you can imagine how much it would greatly affect you if it ever happened. I feel I'm qualified to talk about this subject because I have done my research. I have also personally experienced the effects of texting and driving. The purpose of my speech is to persuade everyone that hears this speech to not text while driving. During my speech, I'm going to talk to you about the dangers of texting and driving, how to prevent it, and the survival rate. The dangers of texting and driving can cause serious accidents. Using a cell phone while operating a vehicle is one of the many dangerous distractions resulting in a wreck. According to FCC.gov, 40% of all teens say they have been in a car while the drivers use a cell phone. Texting while driving can be prevented in many different ways. According to StopTextStopWrecks.org, if your cell phone is out of sight, it is out of mind. That means if you hide your cell phone under your seat or something, you're not tempted to text or call anybody while you're driving. Here are some tips to help you prevent texting and driving. Silence your phone while you drive, designate a texter, and there's also an app for phones to help stop texting and driving. CarInsuranceComparison.com states there are 24,000 injuries per year and 995 deaths caused by texting and driving. If you text and drive, you are 8 times more likely to crash. Even if you think you are great at texting and driving, you always have to worry about the others doing it on the road. Sometimes they're the ones that cause a wreck because they aren't paying attention. They could be looking down at their phone and suddenly run off the road, and then it's way too late. The purpose of my speech was to persuade you the importance to not text and drive. Hopefully now I gave you enough information to know about the dangers and distractions of texting and driving. Again, I feel I am qualified to persuade you to not text and drive because I have done my research and learned a lot about this topic. I mentioned earlier in my speech to think of a special someone to keep in mind. With the information I gave you, could you imagine if that one person was getting in a bad car accident because texting and driving? Now, I hope I've made you think twice about getting your phone out while driving and end up causing somebody's life or maybe even your own.